What up, Dodgers Nation? D-Mac here. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. I've got an interview coming up with Alex Vesia. We're going to dive into that in just a second. We talked about the state of the Dodgers bullpen, his role, what he's looking to accomplish this season, and his thoughts on the new rules in Major League Baseball. You won't want to miss that. But first, if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. And if you want to see us post even more Dodgers content, you really want to support the channel, smash that like button. And as always, on with your takes down below in the comment section. Today's Dodgers Nation question of the day: on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you in the Dodgers bullpen this season? Let me know down below. And for our latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. So don't mess ya with Alex Vesia, since he was traded to the Dodgers back in February of 2021 in a trade that sent Dylan Floro to the Marlins in exchange for Alex Vesia and pitcher Kyle Hurt. He's really turned himself into one of the better left-handed, high-leverage relievers in all of Major League Baseball. And last year, he continued to progress. He's intense, he's passionate, he feeds off that adrenaline, and you see that on the mound. And last season, he took it to a whole nother level. Now, he's from San Diego, a super chill place, but Vesia has no chill. And he was outstanding early on last season, allowing no runs in his first 10 appearances. He had 11 punch-outs to just 1 walk, and then he did struggle in May and June. His command was a little off, and he posted a 4.15 ERA in May and a 4.22 ERA in June. He had a whip that was north of 2, but he was able to limit the damage due to his ability to keep the ball in the yard. Vesia allowed just 1 dinger through the first half of the season and headed into the break with a solid 3.14 ERA. He had 37 punch-outs to 15 walks and 28 2/3 innings pitched. After the break, Vesia was absolutely electric, allowing just 3 runs in 25 2/3 innings with 42 strikeouts to 9 walks, and he really established himself as one of the better left-handed relievers in the game. You saw him step his game up. You saw him improve his command. Unfortunately, in the NLDS, your lasting image of Vesia for the 2023 season was that base hit he allowed to Jake Cronenworth that allowed the Padres to take the lead, and they never looked back. So he wasn't able to help the Dodgers get out of that jam. I think on that pitch, you go with some more heat. They went with the softer stuff, and Cronenworth was able to take advantage. But still, it was another really nice year for Alex Vesia. And if you look at his numbers, he posted a 2.15 ERA, a 2.12 FIP, a 2.79 expected ERA, had an 11.23 whip. That was a little high due to those walks early on in the year. Had 79 punch-outs in 54 1/3 innings pitched. Had a 1.5 B WAR and a 1.5 F WAR. And if you look at his contract status, he has 2 years and 103 days of service time and has 2 option years remaining. If you take a look at his StatCast metrics over at Baseball Savant, there's a lot of red. He was in the 92nd percentile in expected slug, the 97th percentile in K percentage, the 92nd percentile in whiff percentage, fastball spin above average, fastball velocity above average, hard hit rate, average exit velocity, all above average. The one area you want to see him improve on is that command, in the 14th percentile when it comes to walk percentage. And I think a lot of his command issues can be linked to mechanics. When his mechanics are sound, he goes out there and he attacks the zone and he throws strikes. And I expect him to improve upon that this season. If you look at his Fangraphs projections, they anticipate him having some regression this season. They have him throwing 63 innings with a 3.47 ERA, a 3.57 FIB, a 0.8 F WAR. That K percentage around the same at 32.2%. That walk percentage around the same at 10.3%. But I think Alex Vesia is going to continue to ascend. I don't think he's peaked quite yet. And I caught up with Alex Vesia from inside the Dodgers clubhouse, and here was our conversation. What up, Dodgers Nation? D-Mac here, and I'm joined by Mr. Alex Vesia. Alex, thanks for the time.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Hey, so how far are you feeling this season?
Spring training's been good. You know, I felt like my off season was, pretty good. Got right back into working out and throwing, and didn't take too much time off, which is kind of what I like. And hey, bazooka. And no, it's been fun, man. It's good to be back. Good to kind of get into the routine and get things going. And yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah, and you really have been establishing yourself as one of the best elite left-handed relievers in the game. How do you continue to build on that success?
just never be satisfied. I think that my goals keep getting bigger and bigger each year, and I try to keep holding myself at the highest standard.
Yeah, and as far as those goals, is there anything specifically you're really trying to accomplish this year?
Whatever situation I'm put in, put up a 0. It's been, it's like the easiest, not to put too much pressure on myself or anything like that, but yeah, just keep it simple.
Yeah, as far as your pitch mix, really same attack mode, really just continue on that?
Lots of heaters, little sliders, a couple changeups here and there.
Yeah, one thing I was wondering, if you look at kind of the pitch clock last year, you kind of do a little lap, kind of reset. How big of an adjustment has that been for you?
It's been an adjustment, but I think it's my first outing. I was actually kind of surprised I didn't get any violations called on me, so I think that's a step in the right direction. Yeah, because definitely that was something that was approached like, hey, you do take your time and whatnot, and yeah, so it's been fine.
And how much work have you been putting in to really kind of adjust these new rules?
In bullpens, right? We had the pitch clock up there, and it was, my first one I was like, wow, this is kind of fast. But as you get, you do it more and more, you get used to it. It's been fine. But yeah, the bullpen's my first one. I was like, man, I gotta do some more running. But yeah, no, it's been cool.
Yeah, one thing I want to ask you, anytime you get a big strikeout in a big situation, you bring that fire. Those clips usually go viral. Where's that fire come from? Have you always had that?
Yeah, I kind of wear my heart on my sleeve, and yeah, I get fired up, and that's kind of just how I've always been, and because I'm passionate about it, right? I love playing this game, and getting put in the higher leverage situations. Like, that's what I work for, right? That's what I want to be put in, right? That's the fun time.
You get a lot of adrenaline from that sold-out Dodger Stadium crowd, right?
Yeah, it's unreal. I miss it, and I'm looking forward to being back.
Yeah, and lastly, just kind of break down the outlook of this bullpen, just some of the guys that are in it, how great this bullpen really is, really stacked.
Yeah, we've got, Ferg, Yentz, Evan, we got Bigford, right? We got a couple others that are coming back from injury and stuff, and the good part about us is every single year, right, we have new guys that come in and take that challenge and run with it, and I'm looking forward to kind of seeing who steps up, and yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Well, there he is, Alex Vesia. We're still gonna need that fire, those threats around the mound, even with the pitch clocks. You gotta do a little faster. But thanks for joining us. Really appreciate the time. Have a great season, man. Take it easy.